squad as we get ready to embark on this opener for the IEM Cologne group stage.
Yeah, David v Goliath, but maybe they're switched here, Harry, because I don't know if these Falcons are going to swoop in and grab this little rodent off the ground. Right now, MOUZ heavy favorites in this series, and Falcons just squeaking through the play-in, but the skin of their teeth. We'll see if the upsets continue here on day 2 of IEM Cologne. We certainly had a spicy day yesterday. Will MOUZ come in cold? Can they kick off with a bang? Brolin in the hut. Fresh glasses on. And Julie's out. But Falcon just probe and prod. They don't commit. It's the second volley of util when they come in with a main split.
Oh, oh, that's lovely. And quite the man to find as well. Some pious instrumental as to why the Falcons are even here. He went huge in that matchup, be big. And the tail end of the play-in. Brolin swinging on out for even more. These dual Berettas work wonders for MOUZ. And so it's just Snappy and not for long.
Yeah, that feels awkward for Snappy as well. The whole time they're just waiting for some success to happen on that top site. And Brolin, one by one, tears Falcons apart. There's nothing for Snappy to do in that clutch up. Nice look for Brolin. This was a addition to this team that immediately elevated MOUZ's stock. They've made definitely some of the best roster moves in the past 6 months to a year. Yimpat and Brolin, solid additions to this academy or ex-academy core. They're big boys now. Just got to do it on the biggest of stages, and I think, Harry, with all these upsets already coming into Cologne, I think that opens up a world where MOUZ feel like they have more of a shot on that stage. Yeah. And that's what we want at the end of the day,
Sorry,
right?
That's the point you're making.
For them to repeat what they've done in these small studio environments, in these group stages, in these small crowds, to do that on the biggest of stages. Maybe Cologne is the place to do it. We'll have to see. We're very early days in this opening game, and Falcons just getting slaughtered on a force bite. Not going to send them anywhere but the full eco. But at the same time, I guess, do you want the caveat of, oh, well, some of the big teams weren't there, so yeah, of course we won. I don't think MOUZ do.
No, but I also think, it's a team that would benefit a lot from, as you were kind of alluding to, like just the confidence boost of like knowing, oh, we don't have to face like all the best arena teams when we get to the arena. Just some of them, that's fine. Vitality won that major. We still count it, right? Like,
sure, yeah. Valid. Oh, impact damage very early. I think Snappy headshot him through the wall on ramp.
Also, I want to just say, Hugo, the reason why I made that noise at first that sounded like I was disagreeing with you is I thought you were trying to big up the Falcons' upset potential because of the upsets we've seen.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah. No, I'm glad that you're just as pessimistic there as I am.
Yeah, sadly. Torshi's just having a ball right now. Going to tuck in, called for the flash. Brolin helps out, and it's nice and cleanly done here on these anti-ecos for MOUZ. Not dropping the ball in the opening 3 rounds. Hearing a lot of energy in the room as well. Yeah,
they've been loud since the pistol. Maybe even the loudest team yet. We might need to get a Dr. Banks out to check the sound levels.
Get the loudometer. Oh, someone's matching it over there.
Just breathe, boys. It's gonna be fine. We'll get a good T-side here, okay? 1 round at a time. Yeah.
Some inspiring words from Snappy. Do you feel inspired?
Yeah, I just took a big inhale as well.
Oh, that's good.
The reminder was there.
1 round at a time here.
That's how you got to approach it right now.
Magic's down early. Spammed through the door smoke. Got the wall outside, Molly on red. The util's good for Falcons. They're going to try and cross, but blocked by this Molotov insertion. Peeks over the top.
He's got a freebie here.
Yeah.
No one was looking at it. Madden just offered up on a silver platter. And so now the rest of Falcons trying to look for this trade, but man, the exertion's already gone.
Solid start to the first gun round. Insta secret drop.
Now Brolin's down here too.
Oh, dear.
You're going into Brolin and Exertion? I don't know about that one, Chief. This is a scary double hold to run into.
Yeah.
Wide for Exertion on the off angle, and there's the support from Brolin.
What a perfect trade of peaks as well. Exertion plays first because they've already spotted him in secret, and the second they have contact, Falcons go wide and Brolin re-swings. Exertion just feels so so able to play committed on an off angle, and he doesn't even die for it. So solid setup for MOUZ. I mean, I have every expectation of running through this group straight into the playoffs. Of course, we could have said that for a few teams yesterday, but MOUZ are merchants in the group stages.
Yeah, and I don't mean this in like a way to knock them, but like provably this is where MOUZ do their best work, right?
Sure.
Like they are very, very good at getting to those playoff games.
And they have a pretty healthy side of the bracket as well. Complexity facing the winner of this matchup. I am excited by that prospect because MOUZ have picked Vertigo as map 2 in this series, and something they've picked occasionally. They've played Cole on it twice, both times picked against them, both times Cole beat them. So as Yanko said, not surprised by or put off by the changes to the map. MOUZ still want to make it a mainstay of this roster. And so that potential is exciting considering how good Complexity looked on Vertigo against VP. Falcons, this is their map pick right now. They're just waiting for the guns to come out. And MOUZ just leaving no survivors, taking no prisoners in this game right now, Harry. Some very clean rounds so far from the MOUZ squad. They've not lost more than one player a round. Here we go for Falcons.
Yeah, I mean, 3 players from MOUZ are approaching max money very, very quickly. That's never good, is it?
It's great for MOUZ.
No, I mean, yeah, great for MOUZ, obviously.
Love that for them.
Oh, Torshi.
Oh, close.
Tries his hand at the opening pick, knows about the player top silo. He's actually going to go through the smokes outside. This is a... that's kind of crazy. And Snappy will punish him for it.
Down secret as well. Exertion's heard this. The molly falls a bit shallow, so Sunpius also drops in. Down the vent. Brolin just snuck down the vent when they knew they were already secret. Madden's gotten past him, but there's no way you're ready for Brolin here. Oh, needs the headshot. Jump spot for 2, and he sees the bomb as well. Falcon's going to reroute. Madden's still very far in that B site.
Brolin might be screwed here.
Yeah.
He's hoping the break in the glass is going to slow them down, but Madden missed the opportunity. That was a golden chance to remove a real threat from the round for Madden. Instead, all the kills are coming up in favor of MOUZ. Brolin's able to overstay his welcome here in the control room. And so Madden's the one trying to regain control, but not for long. Quick turnaround for MOUZ. 2 from the captain, 2 from Brolin on that fast drop down lower.
Oh, Madden really had to hit that. He had Brolin completely caught by surprise, tunnel visioned on those secret players, but then Madden hears double ramp rotation for MOUZ, and he can't focus on window any longer. The molly locks Brolin in. He still wins his fight through the fire. That's too clean for MOUZ given the circumstance they're in. Losing their AWP 4 on 5. And somehow Brolin just finding that timing down the vent. Brolin right now is 10-1. Just 6 rounds of play.
10-0, mate.
10-0, sorry. Yeah, it's KDA. 10-0.
So actually, even better than you thought.
The numbers would speak to that.
What's your KD? Oh, Infinity. Haven't died. Infinite KD.
He's in vent!
Stress already getting to the Falcons here. 6 rounds of play. T-side of their map pick. Never a fun place to be on the T-side of Nuke.
Hey, let's keep it up, boys. We're playing amazing, okay? Nice, boys.
He's got a point.
Yeah, he does have a very good point. They are playing amazing.
Oh, not again for Magis. That would have been... Oh, I was going to say disaster.
There you go. Return to sender.
Yeah. A taste of your own medicine. Going before the smoke bloom for Madden. Not ideal. Into the orb. Break as well. Torshi takes 2.
All right, Dupree.
Oh.
All right, Dupree. I thought he was done there. Walking through the main smoke. Missed shot from Torshi's AWP, and so finally Falcons might get on the board here. Now, Jimmy, not a guy you want to go toe-to-toe with if you can avoid it. Dupree, don't give this one away. He's done enough in the round. Oh, dear.
Ah, there it is.
Gives him the one fight. Now, initially, you're thinking, well, it's one fight. But this is Jimmy Pat that you're up against.
Oh, I'm surprised to see him playing so safe. He's going to save his gun. They've got a lot of money. Would love to see him just kind of go for a Hail Mary there, keep up the dominant game that MOUZ have already shown us, but a bit of respect, rare from Yimpat. And he's going to hold on to his weapon with some X's. Magisk saves the AWP, so that's something here for Sunpius, who is 0-7 to begin this map.
Look, at the end of the day, sure, could he have attempted the 1v3 once he gets to first? Yes. Would he have won it? Probably. But,
but
he plays the long game. He's going to keep that M4 in tow. He does a good chunk of damage, and at the end, there's only one player surviving for Falcons, so they've immediately got that prospect of having no money in the next round right in behind them if they fall short here. And their buy in this round still has limitations, right? You got the Galil for Snappy, no util on Sunpius, no head armor for Sunpius.
Ooh.
And so, you know, they've still done a good job of inflicting a lot of damage and teeing themselves up for more success down the line.
Yeah, let's keep our eyes on this. Sunpius AWP. The spams through the door have been brutal on both teams. More so for MOUZ.
Yeah, scoreline 6-1. Let's not pretend like it's both teams massively. Magisk got that one.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's like 3-1 now.
Yeah.
Oh, Shui. Caught backside. They don't have a molly or a nade, so Magisk is just going to walk him, and he catches him by surprise. Able to reset. Opts not to. Doubling down, but on his own completely on that fight. It's a bit awkward here for Falcons as they get pulled apart. Wings ripped off this feathered bird. That's a plucking all right from MOUZ. 4v2. Sunpius falls as well in the secret, leaving just the bomb on the captain. Individually, MOUZ just doing as we expect, dominating here, and a trade will close. 7-1 lead. Falcons, no bomb plant either. Money's going to be tight. Shocked to see Magisk go back for more when he has, there's not even a teammate close who can assist him here. He has the option to reset, take that 4v4, but still swings back out into A with a flash.
Should be one heaven.
Feeling the pressure to make a play at this point in the game to try and win a round on your own. Someone like Dupree coming through that main smoke with that double entry. Maybe that's what these two more experienced players are feeling right now here for the side of Falcons. Pressure to perform as MOUZ make it look easy.
Yeah, they've not even broke a sweat yet, have MOUZ. Money's been put into this round from the Falcons. They take a timeout ahead of it. Gonna try and get a cross out in the yard, but look who's ready for that.
It's no smoke. Boys, it's no smoke.
There is no smoke. You would be right in that. The one smoke cross down a secret, and Dupree will be the only man to survive the crossing, but he has got some serious real estate.
Looks good.
Apart from this guy, Jimmy, already down there. He will go running right into him.
These lower rotates have not only been perfect, they've been so quick.
Falcons feel that too. They're constantly running into kind of a very prepared MOUZ everywhere they go, right? That round there, they try to go outside with the one smoke cross, and they get naded as soon as they come out from red. The AWP's posted heaven. You've got, I think it's Brolin fighting from main. Someone, Shui fighting from main. And then you have Exertion playing out behind Unbreakable. And it's like, okay, they're ready for this. And then Brolin's already down and towards lower along with Jimmy.
And by the way, Jimmy just gave him the bomb back, which is the last thing you're expecting here.
Oh yeah, Snappy's going to take like 15 seconds clearing a bunch of angles that don't exist, only to then rotate it down into the B site and probably die to the AWP at ramp.
I mean, they can just flank down vent. I feel like the MOUZ are that confident right now. As soon as they hear a bit of noise on this B site, they're going to start. There we go. Jimmy doesn't even wait. That's after Snappy fakes the vent noise, but he's just clearing corners that don't exist. Like you said, 20 seconds. No one's here. Where is everyone? He'll find out the hard way. Solid stuff. I mean, that's just a 7-1 rotation right there. Feeling like you don't even need to play the bomb. I'm going to go hunting instead. And the confusion of that move leaves Falcons completely in the dark. Okay, no smoke on the cross. Yeah. And Torshi's just been plucking them outside.
Yeah,
so
he's been having
weird.
Kind of a free run at it.
I wonder if we see some fakery from Falcons, right? Knowing how quick these lower rotates are, right? Trying to throw some secret smokes and just get into that upper site. That has been, like, if I was going to say a weakness, an exploitable gap, is Falcons have found Apex. That's the only thing they found in this game.
The scoreline's quickly spiraling out of control. Yeah. 8-1 to MOUZ. Not like it's Falcons map pick, though, so on... No, wait, it is Falcons map pick, so yeah, no, actually, things can't get worse than this. Let's see, though. Couple more rounds left for this T side.
The danger is now is after another pause, you call a tag.
That's all their pauses, by the way.
Yeah, 3 gone in 10 rounds. You go for a fake into an upper hit. I don't think MOUZ are going to rotate. I think they're just going to use ramp late. They haven't even had to do that yet. Jimpa has not been pressured ramp in this T side. Not one round, Harry. He's 9-2 from rotating. So Falcons default. No AWP. Dupree spotting outside aggression. Torshi reinforcing the ramp, which allows Jimmy to play more aggressive. Falcons looking for one of these A-picks we talked about. Here are the late smokes. Is this just the late smokes into the upper pop? And will MOUZ wait? It doesn't look like it.
Right, Torshi 9-2 on the board.
Yeah. Not
top fragging, but my God, has he been oppressive and impressive with that AWP.
It's exactly what we expected. It's the smokes outside. MOUZ don't over-rotate at this time,
they actually
finally.
Keep 3 towards upper, only just sending a man down now, but as Torshi mops up Madden and sees no one else, you imagine Exertion's going to think about moving back.
I think he's just going to re-clear it and Torshi can come back up. So it's the mid-round moves for MOUZ are just perfect.
They're going ramp. Torshi's already here, so Jimmy's got support. It's a 3v2 for the ramp control. Torshi lands a collateral. MOUZ with another flawless round, and Torshi everywhere. They can't dodge this guy.
Yeah, it's like they're playing with walls right now. MOUZ just know exactly where Falcons are going, who cancel that upper hit and just late play ramp.
Alternate spin on it. It's like Falcons are playing with walls, and they keep walking into the stacks. Go find all the enemy, right? So,
okay, sure. This is just a beautiful game of CS from MOUZ. There's no other way to put it. Like, definitely some disappointing rounds for Falcons. Sunpius doesn't have a kill yet.
I can think of one other way of putting it. But it is a great game from MOUZ. Oh, this is a shutdown at the top site here. Sunpius, first kill of the game, but also dead after 1. And Dupree made it down the vents. He's got the bomb. He's hoping they chase him. Dupree, the one man, whoever could get you believing. But they're already here. They're all around him. 1 quick kill off the Tech 9. Dupree, let's go! This is their guy. Falcons leave it all on Dupree, and he's trying to use all that experience against them now. This guy knows a thing or two. And these sort of clutch moments, 2 quick kills on the Tech 9 have left him in an all-right position here as he's split the defense, but he's not ready for the impact down at lower.
Just they had him boxed in. Jimpat takes all the space he can on B, committed position, and Torshi doesn't even molly vent because he wants the kill. So 10-1. Dupree, the only bright spark with a couple of nice double kills in this T side. Otherwise, empty for Falcons. Just getting destroyed. Ents died for this. This is the core of the last Cologne grand finalist, Harry.
They try their hand at another one of these topside rushes. They were finding some success here when they would go for the opening picks.
How's he here?
Don't account for Shuey, who's pushed all the way into the hut.
Oh.
Tries to rob the round away, and there's that rotation from the impact, but finally in with a chance. It's Magisk this time. 3 kills on those openers. You mentioned earlier on how he's been keen at getting them in these A plays.
Did they hear the scope?
They should have done.
He's waiting for the tap again. There it is. Break
There
comes
it
in for
is.
Torshi. Oh, and he grabs the bomb as well. Magisk, 3 kills on the entry. Needs to clutch up to close the half.
Pushing in, right into Torshi's orb, and there was no dodging that Torshi AWP for the Falcons as they get destroyed to open up this series.
Jimmy has door. You don't have to worry.
Okay.
Shut up, man.
Jimmy!
Unlucky, bro. It's not me.
Nice, keep it up.
Did he fucking agree or what?
No, he fucking agreed.
Birds of a feather might flock together, but for the Falcons, they're a solitary animal right now with just 1 round to their name. It's MOUZ leading the charge here on the Falcons map pick with a dominant lead, 11-1 up. Hugo.
Yes, Dominant encapsulates this somewhat, but not entirely. This was destruction. This was, well, might be over, frankly. Pistol round requirement for Falcons. Sun Pius with 1 kill after a content performance in the play-in. He can't double up. They run him down. Snappy, it's ugly. He's trapped behind the box calling for support and no one's here to help him. They're all falling like flies. Oh, dearie me. MOUZ, MOUZ, MOUZ. Embarrassing the Falcons on their map pick.
Don't worry, it could have gone worse. They could have TK'd each other around.
This is
I don't know.
crazy.
It's weird though, because this result is like anything but super surprising, right? You've kind of come to expect a lot of struggles from this Falcons team, who have been very underwhelming, I think it's fair to say. And sure, they had a good run to get through the play-in. I'm not going to deny them of that. And when you see what it's like when you get big games out of folks like Pius, when Magisk or Dupree are able to kind of get into their element, things look good. But there just hasn't been... When this team was put together, you tore apart the end squad, you bring Magisk over from Vitality along with Zonic. Then you later go on to sign Dupree, so you're like reuniting this three-man core of the old legendary Astralis roster. With that comes a certain level of expectation, and I feel like just Falcons haven't met that at any point. And I think it's at the point where it's like past sad almost.
Yeah.
You know, like this is crazy. What's happening right now? MOUZ have barely even felt contest across this first map. And this is the map pick of the Falcons. This is the one that they're meant to feel quite good on and come in with ideas on.
I mean, that teaser was ugly. They were, not throwing smokes on certain cross rounds. They never really went ramp until the last round of the half. There was nothing to rely on apart from a couple of moments from Dupree, and even he's 5 and 13.
Yeah, I just think when you look at the names in this team and what it's composed of, I shouldn't be going into the MOUZ Falcons game and see 12-1 and go, yeah,
fair enough.
I kind of expected that, right? Like, you should be holding yourself to a much higher standard if you're the Falcons here. That's nice for Dupree. Him and Magisk have been like the two kind of glimmers across this game.
Shimmers, maybe. Rotation down the vent in a 2v4. Oh, God, don't throw this one away. This would be too far gone. Pius will get his second kill. And Brolin, take all the time you need, buddy. 30 seconds, though. Far from unwinnable, given the game we've just seen from MOUZ. He just needs to worry about that clock. Falcons are coming in from the ramp side. 2 players, and Brolin just ices out Pius. He's going to get the nade in. It looks nice. It's well placed. And Snappy down even lower as Brolin grabs the flank. 15 seconds. He's got to go for that bomb right now into the site. It shouldn't be winnable for Brolin, given their positions. And so the pressure of the time gets back, and Falcons pick up a second round. But I think mentally they're already in Vertigo.
Yeah, I think the best thing you can hope for here if you're the Falcons is you get a couple of rounds to
remind yourself what winning feels like.
Yeah, exactly, right? And just kind of warm into the game a bit, because everyone is pretty cold right now for Falcons. And so you just want to feel like you offered up some resistance down the stretch, send you into that second map feeling a bit better.
Respect from MOUZ, I think, because we're even seeing that team comm coming into the second half, and like they're laughing at Jimmy for just dying to Snappy in a 4v1. They're like, Jimmy, you whiffed, like that's the vibe check for MOUZ. They're laughing. So you want to try and get some respect out of MOUZ. You're not getting that.
Falcons are 2-12 down, and you're laughing, Jimmy. You're laughing.
How rude! The audacity. Oh, there we go. Bit of a warm up for Snappy. Torchy will trade with a scout. Madden. Making up his mind.
Well, smoke them off. They can't rap to hell anymore.
Sure.
No, wait, they can. His exertion has battled through it.
Oh dear, that's. Yep. All right.
Bomb dropped. Weapons retrieved. Dupree flanking in through the lobby. I'm always willing to give Dupree the respect.
Yeah.
Holding a good line as well, keeping them boxed in at the ramp side.
Shadow, maybe. I think maybe Xerxen saw something there. He's going to go down lower instead, avoid this close SMG in the lobby, and Pius has not exactly been reliable. So in they go, creeping. Got one smoke. Gonna see how far they can get. Clear some positions on the B side. Dupree, nice timing push. It's now going to be closer to stopping these players from getting set up in the post plant. 2v3, damage done. Xerxen still plants, and ooh, Torshi kills him to make the clutch look smoother. Go on, Torshi. You shot your teammate in the head for no reason, so come up with the clutch instead. 1v4 almost for Torshi. But Magisk will stop him in his tracks, and they're still laughing it off.
He's laughing midway through the 1v4.
Yeah, inconsequential. He just saw him come through the smoke. Was like, oh, there's an enemy. Even though the doors are shut, the windows are not broken. There's no one we cleared B. How does this happen? Lizard flick.
To be fair, sick shot.
Yeah,
But
that was an enemy torture.
Yeah.
That would have been crazy.
I'm sorry, bro. Holy shit.
Torshi's doing better than Falcons at killing MOUZ players.
watch out, some pious who's coming for your job.
I'm crying.
Oh,
I'm actually crying. All right, they're ecoing.
nice.
Not
Not so nice.
They got two. Should be fine.
Oh, well, this is nice anyway. Just kind of, yeah, well,
Calm down.
let's just not say it's anything. Let's just see what happens, shall we?
Yeah,
We're all in
yeah.
for the ride here. And if they keep fighting the Deagles will wait for the fight.
They're playing Gladiator 1 by 1, you know. Torshi is 20-4. 21-4 if you excuse last round.
Don't even want to meme on it anymore, but I had a good one, but like,
yeah.
nah, we can just leave it now. It's all good.
They're already dead.
Bro, I mean,
Okay. I'm sorry, bro. Holy shit. No, because he spammed you and I thought you died and there is one step and I just... I'm sorry, Doi.
It's fine, baby.
Holy shit.
he swam when he thought he died.
All right. Here we go. Reset. 12-4. And a ramp rush here for Falcons, making moves, trying to inspire some confidence, but Brolin top roof spams Magisk through the platform, I guess. They're in the lobby, they have full control with this smoke down. Meanwhile, MOUZ have taken space outside, they've wrapped in through A. Madden is stuck and he's getting spammed through the door. There was no smoke. It faded, so Zershan catches him by surprise through a smoke for Sampius, trying a 1v2 here, drops the bomb and gets out, able to reset his teammate a long way away, coming up from Secret, Dupree in main.
That is a big double kill from Sampius, and there's Dupree getting involved. Brolin giving a little bit of room here, going to loud drop down the vent.
Oh, but Sampius is very quick because he was already trying to flank lobby, so going to be able to stop this bomb. The nade
will be good. The nade will be good.
Oh, but he's out wide.
Oh, Brolin reposition, but Dupree just gets there in time.
Phew.
This Dupree-Magis duo keeping Falcons head above water, and now Sampius finds himself a little double.
The issue is the rest of the body is still in the water, Harry.
Yeah, that's true. But you can breathe.
True. Sink or swim, Falcons. 7 rounds in a row now needed to drag this to overtime. MOUZ are going to half buy. They've got nade stack. Where's that going? Maybe in main? Dodged by Dupree. Good spray. Doing us some damage, but actually they have to concede the entirety of the A site.
Hang on, he's blown it open. Dupree and Magisk, everything they can. Now Madden even gets involved. Oh God!
What happened?
What? How did this go? I mean, they're really low. They're
Yeah.
you know, this is still a Falcons round. Jimmy gets run down.
Scary.
Dupree and Madden play to contain, and a nice flanking through the lobby at a snappy.
That was 2v5 to 2v2 in a second.
Hey, look, I mean, we said for the Falcons, after such a devastating first half where they're 12-1 down, and they have to win on a 4 spies to even make any sort of impact here, we said at bare minimum, you're hoping they can win a couple of rounds and feel like they've warmed up into the game, and I think we're definitely at that point. Yeah, now, if they can keep this going and they can make even more out of it, suddenly, much more impressive.
Absolutely. Madden made it secret, they didn't see him. So, a deep cross with some powerful real estate. Dupree again in the heart. These 2 ex-Astralis players trying to save Falcons. 5v3. Are MOUZ calling off, or can they just find this entry on ramp? It's being reinforced right now by some Pious. Reboost on A. Madden still yet to be seen in secret. But he is looking for a kill. Nice shot from the captain.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. Oh, Madden's rotating as well. Torshi's so late outside, he heard him step. He's looking for this frag.
That one's
and he
free.
catches him 3v3 now from a 3v5
That's
down.
the bomb out in the yard as well, and it's just been given a free path to cross. The rest of the gang all dropped down the vents, and Falcons were full on the top site. Snappy's trying to drop down in time. Will get himself situated over at the ramp room. Does he want to run the risk of taking these fights? It's good damage exchanged either way. The Jimmy's closed the distance on a Snappy, and he goes swinging wide early. They hold now for Magisk, and that leaves it all on some Pious, who had a really slow start here, and now they need him to 1v3. Torshi won't be in the mood to lend a helping hand this time. And so he's just going to barrel down on this angle, and some Pious dead. No, does make it past that AWP. Jimmy and Chewy, crossfire set up, and they'll walk it over the line. It takes them a few extra rounds there, but MOUZ open up this series with domination over Falcons on their map pick. Series. We're going to see if they can keep up that strong performance they gave us to open things up on Nuke.
Yes, indeed, Harry. MOUZ map pick, and one of the few teams that have actually gone for the Vertigo pick in recent times, joining that are the likes of Complexity, who they've lost to twice on this very map. Otherwise, pretty unblemished record. Falcons, it's not a frequent staple of their map pool here. We'll have to see if they can bounce back after obliteration on Nuke, an 11-1 first half where MOUZ took a couple of rounds to close it out, but we all knew it was coming. Is the same going to appear for map 2 as well? Fast up the ramp on this pistol round.
Now it's safe to say they're going to be brimming with confidence moving into this T side. Falcons at least got a couple of rounds down the stretch of Nuke, and so maybe there's something brewing here within the Falcons squad.
Okay.
Couple of kills quickly up through ramp and a dominant pistol to open. Those few rounds they find down the end might be worth their weight in gold here.
Yeah, the warm-up, finally. They hit the aimbots, Harry. They got into a couple of gunfights, which they weren't allowed to in the first half. And it's worked all the better for Team Falcons as they find a pistol round flawlessly here on map 2. And no bomb on as well, so MOUZ may as well just roll over and take it here on a full eco. I'd be shocked if Falcons were able to turn this around, just given not only the map we're on, but the result we just saw. Do not disturb Brolin.
They're both in them. Jimmy does it. He's put kisses. Is that what that says?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is what that says. Sorry. Reading, I only learned this last week, so still coming to terms with it.
You're getting there.
Oh. Snappy much the same. He was at least aware of this bottom ramp push and mopped up 4.
Dunzo. Here we go. The Falcons have something to tell us here in this second map.
I hope they do. I really hope they do because, man, I feel like for Falcons, pending any sort of like wild change, I think, you know, this team needs to just remember who they are, man. They really do. Like, you take a look at it, you have the duo of Dupree and Magisk. You have the most winningest player from CSGO's history, alongside the guy you picked up the last major with. You have Snappy, who built an ENT's team that became a title contender on shoestring budget, and he did that on his own back. You have Sampaio, kind of the Spanish Zywoo, the guy who, you know, on his departure from the Spanish scene, like set Movistar back by a country mile because they lost their best player.
Cologne merchant.
Yeah, and Cologne's like his favorite event by the numbers. And you have Madden, someone who is able to like step up and dominate games and create crazy amounts of space. But you never get any of that consistently. And it's like, man, this team has some phenomenal pieces. And it's a sort of situation that years ago Snappy would have like dreamed to be in.
Yeah.
And so I want to see more from this team. I want them to feel like that.
You think they're in their head?
Bloody hell. If I had the answer to that, I'd be very wealthy. You know, I would go and provide all the answers to Falcons. I don't know if they're in their head or not. I don't know what the issue is there, but I assume so.
Fair enough. MOUZ a man down, edging the smoke. I like this play from Sampaio. He is on the lip. Somehow, Xerxen does 1G, but he got the kill with him. You see that every day. Molotov down on the bomb. Brolin gets out, however. Just taking a lick of damage. Torshi, he might win the round with his flank. They do check it, but bad timing and damage done through the yellow. Brolin putting Dupree down very low. Snappy catches him on a big flank, but Torshi's position on this CT wrap round might be the kicker. Quick frag, bomb smoked. Snappy with a kit, and he might just get on it here. Torshi spamming very close and gets him off the defuse. So nice flank from Torshi. Set up in a 2v4 there before MOUZ run into a Molotov.
Yeah, Falcon's not down and out for the punch, though. Down and out for the count, rather.
Yep.
They got another buy coming in here. Sampaio getting to bring out the AWP. And you're not going to see one of those in the hands of MOUZ. So this is where MOUZ either break on through and this T-side really starts picking up some speed, or Falcons are able to offer up a bit more resistance. Right now, those efforts are being spearheaded by Snappy, 8-1, 200 ADR in these first few rounds.
Almost would have liked him to just take that fight in the 1v1, right? Torshi has such a good position to spam from elevator, so smoke on the bomb, climb up. Could have been a way back in, considering he's started off far stronger on this map. Some of them being ecos, but they all count. Warp on A.
Keep it up, boys. Keep it up, boys. Let's fucking go.
Nice round, Adam.
Nice deep smoke here for Falcons, locking MOUZ out of the B entrance.
So Xerxen looking to get involved over here at ramp. And this guy's a bit of a menace.
Ooh,
Still, Sampaio makes it look easy. They deal with him right away. They've got Madden dropped it at the sandbags, and now Snappy swinging out through the short side. Continues his time as the front runner of Falcons. 10-1, by the way. And keeping up that 200 ADR with a quick double kill on the ramp push.
Sounds like he's remembered who he is, Harry. Is it a map too late? Roland doesn't opt to walk into the AWP. They have two smokes. They're going to go contact. On top of the site is Snappy. Should be good to grab a kill here, but Roland, oh yeah, caught just a little bit too wide. They swing off contact. Some nice peaks being traded here from Falcons to get themselves in this game. Well and truly, 3-1, resetting MOUZ down to 2K a player. So going to have to be an eco here for the MOUZ squad. As Falcons attempt to reroute the ship. Right their wrongs.
And you ask, is it too late for them to remember who they are? Not at all. Because even though Vertigo used to be like a solid map for MOUZ, it's one that we kind of saw all teams a bit more hesitant towards. And the few times you've seen MOUZ on it, not being impeccable, it's kind of them trying to maintain, or I guess regain a form on this map. So Falcons, see if they can keep this going, because right now, this is far better.
Yeah, I was wondering when MOUZ or CT Nuke had every read, every correct rotation, some great crossfires. They slowed down on the T side, just trying to find these entry kills. Adam won't let them in, not for free at least. Pistol's out, it's going to come at a cost, he will fall. Gun for either player, but no armor, one smoke. MOUZ don't have a lot to play with here in this round.
Yes, Snappy, yes. Excellent.
Ooh, there it is.
That one's free, and Exertion. Not the guy you want to face right now is Snappy.
He's just peeking him, man, and it's working perfectly. Catching MOUZ completely by surprise with some of these timing swings.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that felt so brutal about Nuke was that Falcons are playing like they're the team that's like lucky to be here, as though they're like some wild card invited at the 11th hour, rocking up. Oh, I'm not sure we could compete here, guys. Like, now they're playing like a team with some agency. And Snappy's kind of the guy spearheading that movement.
13-1. That literally be running away in that first half of Nuke.
New strat, Snappy, go kill.
Ooh, dodges that nade. And he does it again, Harry. He's out on an island.
He's going to get two here. We all know it.
Oh,
I mean, that's
I'm surprised he takes that fight.
Yeah, the wildest way. I mean, he's 13-1, so he's kind of just believing in himself there. But yeah, not the best fight you could have looked to take if you're Snappy. Still here to get punished eventually, right? You assume. I guess he could have never died. But Exertion cleanly done on the open. And Madden caught crossing out into the open, and that's going to trigger a bit of a rotation back here, away from the double mid setup. Some Pius actually goes to Care B because the A side's gone quiet and MOUZ are trying to walk in over here.
I'd love to see double smokes. They have no flashes though, so they might just opt to go fairly contact. One smoke goes in. Some Pius trying to find the angle. It's a deep smoke though, and he sees him cross into the site. Molly nade combo, but they're going to get this plant. They're going to hunt him down. In fact, spraying through the smoke, a player far deeper than he was ready for will force this save on the A side for Falcons. Or at least the attempt at it, because Exertion's holding. Better look for MOUZ. Ooh. This grate is really hard to wallbang from both sides, even if Magis gets the spot. She hasn't yet. Exertion saw him, and he crouches out to take all 5 kills of all 5 alive. That's a better look for MOUZ. Responding after their eco.
Magis just had a big old swig of monster, so
he's locking in.
He is locking in right now. 0-3. Free that swig. Remember that.
I left B.
That was where he reached for it. Break in case of emergency. And he's done that.
Panic stations. Exertion walking through a smoke. Ballsy game right now. And Snappy, this is not a nice fight to take. You can't even see him through that smoke. Exertion gets all the advantage.
This is where, things could get awkward for Snappy, because a lot of his success has come from these sort of just very confident peaks down through ramp, but eventually MOUZ are going to be able to start using that against him, and that's kind of what we've seen over these now last 2 rounds. He tries to walk it around to clear out the short side, give Falcons a bit of info to work with, give himself a bit of info to cool around. But ends up paying the ultimate price, 5v4.
High flash, but it goes behind Madden. He's going to have to drop off, actually fully blind here as MOUZ comes swinging. Brutal headshot from the captain. They line up, but Madden can't get a clean kill, and we just get a slaughter on this A site. MOUZ win every engagement. Dupree is left with nothing to do but save.
Yeah, feeling kind of bad for Dupree to open this one up, man. The guy's just been...
On B.
Yeah. And we've seen, I would say, a growing tendency of teams looking to go B here on Vertigo with the changes so heavily, you know, switching up the A site. However, MOUZ haven't really looked for anything there outside of going later in the round after they've already taken contact at A, which often means Dupree's kind of moving around the map, so he's not in position to defend the site. So yeah, right now Dupree hasn't really seen anyone. We are approaching, you know, 8 rounds into the game, and he's seen 3 people.
Rough.
It's not even a person around.
Thank you for the quick maths.
Yep. I'll be here all week.
Nice, just clean execute. Not too much behind it for MOUZ. Just 2 smokes. Well-placed flash to push Madden off his position, and then they just time the short split with the ramp push well. Looking very comfortable despite the sheer number of new angles on this A site. Can feel very constricting. But MOUZ seem to have handled it well. Ooh, Zertian bails.
Dupree says, enough is enough. I'm coming A. You guys with the pistols, go die. In a video game, go get stuck in, and I will get the trades on this M4. That's
Good
the idea.
Ooh.
They're even trying to boost Dupree up. Gets there in time on the rifle.
Nice.
Dupree finally gets to play around here. He's on the board early. Swinging on out into the pistols is Exertion.
What?
Dupree goes looking for the trade. That's the M4 away, but Madden will retrieve it.
They got to know there's 2 more here. MOUZ have seen so many players boost, flash, you name it, they've got it. And another entry kill leaves Madden armorless in a 1v2 now. Catches Jimmy and disappears back through the smoke. Brolin opts to plant. And Madden swings through another bit of util, but Brolin's ready for that as well. Good try for Falcons on a low money round with just 1 rifle. Dupree did all he could. But Zertian just spraying them on the re-aggress. Well read. Gets all the info. And MOUZ is set up. Alright, he's happy with that. Want to see some players take some agency on the CT side. Look for some kills, play some spawns. He's got an interesting spawn here.
In this one round, not the round to play spawns.
But yeah, would love to see him just go for a gap peek. If he has a B spawn, try and get something done there. Give Falcons a bit of levity. Give them a 5-on-4. God knows they need it.
Yeah, especially as MOUZ have really warmed up in anticipating the snappy fights. It's gonna you can't win ramp every round.
Let's fucking go!
Keep it calm, guys. Keep it calm. Keep it calm. We're playing so good. Keep it calm.
Yeah, to be honest,
I like that.
Yeah.
Not overdoing it, not getting ahead of themselves. This follow-up round, well, it's going to count as 2 for 1.
Cut my point, shows it sounded ridiculous. You can't win ramp every round from the short push, is what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I guess statistically, you could win ramp every round.
Here we go.
Jimmy playing over towards Dupree, his bomb site. He's got Magisk here as well. Peeking on up, he'll take one of the grave with him, but... Oh, no,
he didn't throw
Dupree, he didn't throw the smoke!
He switched off.
They finally play into the Dupree Magis bomb site, and disaster strikes for Falcons.
I actually like that push for Snappy. It's pretty crazy, but there's no kid. They're just going to get reblocked. So he realizes he has a window of timing where if I slip through this smoke and I go 1-for-1, I actually give my team a chance to win this round. If I wait, the chances are, because this is an instant B hit, MOUZ just cycle util and they take their post-plant positions. He did catch players, in transition on B there. But they're jiggling him, they catch him first.
I mean, also,
I think it's a good play for Snappy.
Yeah, real sharp shooting from Brolin to be ready for it and to catch that. 3 kills already, not going to make it the 4th, but still he did what he had to in the round. You know what they say about him on Vertigo?
What do they say?
Never be roll with Brolin, right? They do say that.
I have heard that. Well, the highlight reel keeps on rolling for MOUZ with a bit of a streak amassed here on this T side, 4 in a row. That is so awkward. Magis peeks early to help Dupree out, and then Dupree quick switches off, well, not even after, before he gets the nade out. Realizes he's got to move too late. Disastrous round for Falcons on that B bomb site, who actually set up 2. Some saved guns allow Falcons to buy back, though. So it wasn't that 2-for-1 as prophesied. Xertion's loving this smoke push. He does not respect. Even Snappy on short gets pushed back already. Xertion won't overdo it. Snappy even runs into the Molotov, so some early damage. Now some Pius on the angle. Orp in a good place.
Yeah, but you know that elevator room's going to get smoked, and so with Torshi finding an opener,
so easy.
Smokes aren't down yet. Sampire still has open sight lines here. That smoke only just getting thrown out now. He eventually loses the angle, but he's at least reclaimed the 4-on-4. Still, Falcons are relatively out of position here as they've got to wait for the smokes to fade. They've got a double flank coming through, and they're saving. They don't want to go for this.
Madden needs to get off the top of default, man. He just gets full blind both times he's up there, and this time he didn't even move. He just ate the flash and stayed in position. MOUZ just swing him. The AWP flicks up. You'd feel like with so many new angles and positions to play on this A site, you don't need to be top default as the solo player. Couldn't be more exposed. Couldn't be more alone. Good for catching a slow defaulter, but when the exec comes in, which is all MOUZ are doing, by the way, they get top ramp and they just throw those 2 smokes in and flash over the crane. They're keeping it pretty basic, but that's the thing about MOUZ. The individuals are so strong, it just looks more effective than other teams can make it. Every entry kill they need.
Yeah, I mean, I also think the reason why we haven't seen some, like, crazy depth from the MOUZ T side is they haven't really had to. They smoke the elevator every time, and that's locked out most of the A-hold. And so it's like, okay, we're fighting one guy. We'll take that. 5v1, I think the odds are in their favor there.
Yeah, you can see the inexperience for Falcons on this map, and I think a lot of teams it's why teams are leaning away from Vertigo, because CT side, teams are still uncertain on how exactly to play. You see far less ramp control as a CT side. Obviously, the T-spawns got better, 2 Vertigo updates ago before these new A-site positions, but there's not exactly really good tape out there to tell you how to play the A-side Vertigo. A lot of teams have different methods, different ideas, and Falcons are playing it very passive. I
almost want to see Falcons just try and block Xertion at short with util and then play for the ramp fight as 3, right? Like, they're kind of giving open runway by falling as far back as the elevator. Sampire's finally at a spawn there, and he tried his hand at it. And it's actually Dupree to get the opener over here to Jimmy on that B play, but there's Xertion playing up through the ramp. And there's Madden out on an island, all alone.
Brolin's going to win the round right now.
Yeah, very active mid flank, and not something that Falcons have had to worry about yet. It doesn't even look like they've been made aware that mid is this open. Right now, he's got his back turned to 2 players in the A site, but he's going to collect that kill from B for free. And so for Falcons now, they might feel like they have to battle forwards, especially as they hear players running over the bridge. Xertion lies in wait to put a stop to that. And so as Snappy takes this deeper angle, Xertion clears it. And now this is really awkward. Falcons don't know where this play is going to end up. MOUZ could go to either bomb site, and they're going to move back to A, you imagine, after that kill there. They know that Magisk is the B site man, and so they just dodge him entirely.
Just playing so safe, so secure here. Even in a 4v1, they get Magisk's position, and they just abandon him. and leave him wanting a gunfight here in this round. Brolin, yeah, like you said, he could have killed 2 players in elevator. It doesn't even matter. It's not even a problem. He still snipes Dupree off the rotate and just throws the whole round into question for Falcons. They don't know where it's going. Xertion v Snappy has ended up being all Xertion by the end of things. Even if Snappy had a strong start to this game, it's very much disappeared. 5 deaths in a row without a kill from Snappy. Xertion's just beasting at the moment.
Yeah, it just, you know, it's kind of like lost the composure on this CT side. When you're fighting ramp, like, you want to be doing it together. This is the best looking kind of ramp take they've thrown in. All 3 players actually looking for that early ramp fight.
Yeah.
Of course, MOUZ, you know, a leading B in this one, but that's kind of the nature of the game. Still, you've at least taken room over at ramp, which is a big deal for Falcons. They now have 2 extra players to run around quickly and reinforce the B site. They're probably going to win this round. Pending anything wild happening from MOUZ, they played it well off the rip. And so look at what it's done to this CT side.
Yeah, far more passive B approach, and they just use blocking util because they have full A control. Mollies and smokes go in, do a lot of damage, and even nade out a man from the back of quad. 3 on 5 here. These can bungle very quickly, so Falcons need to keep their heads screwed on, but Torshi in the open doesn't even know their default right now. As soon as they uncrouch Dupree, there's a free kill on offer. He's going to take it. Torshi dropped. The bomb falls as well. There's that mid-split. Brolin's been beasting, and Xertion is no sleeper agent either, but he'll get shot through the smoke. And Brolin, this one's too far gone. 1v4, and Falcons find 5 to save the half. Is it enough? Only time will tell on MOUZ's map pick as they look to go 2-0 up in this opening match of the groups.
After a strong start from the Falcons, MOUZ still wrestle their way into the lead. Everyone's looking on, wondering the same thing. Will MOUZ once again cause life-ending problems for this Falcons squad?
6 rounds in a row certainly seems like they are. MOUZ's map pick, and for a reason. They solved the problems very quickly. Falcons, it took to the end of the half to realize that how integral that ramp control really could have been. Now I have to see what they've cooked up on T as well. Odds not looking good for Falcons. Sign of the times.
Boost up for Magis.
Look at the stack on B, Harry.
Yeah,
What a read.
it is a good read. You still have to hit those shots, those pesky shots, and as Brolin is swung out wide from the molly, he will fall, but there's the exertion. Dual Berettas getting involved with a bit of help from Jimmy P. This one looks to come unraveled for the Falcons unless Dupree and Sun Pius can cook something up, and they've managed that so far. 2 quick kills level the playing field. Tap on the bomb, and that triggers the peak, but it was the fake from Falcons. I've left them flying straight here. Just Torshi left to deal with. 2 guns, 2 players, 1 opportunity. What's he going to do with it? They tap again, they try to bait the peak, and they nail the shot. So a great turnaround there from Dupree and Sun Pius to find a pistol for the Falcons.
I actually like what they do there in that 2v1. They clear gens, but they don't go further. If they went further, I think they lose the round. They run into the Julies, but they know at least we have the room to plant the bomb, or in this case, fake plant the bomb. Again, we cleared close. They force him to chase him down, and yeah, a nice shot at the end. But that's into a quad B stack. Well-placed util, deep smoke, mollied out Brolin, most importantly. He has the power position in that round. So MOUZ just going to play the grouped pop with this single flash, and Falcons clearing out A.
Oh, they flash in. Shuey gets out with 1, and they don't know that Jimmy's here, but
Jimmy is 2 and 10, by the way. We'll see if this matters. I didn't mention it first half because it didn't feel like it was consequential. But once we hit CT side, if he's going to be a weak player, it's something that Falcons could potentially exploit. 4 kills for Madden.
Only 1 died. Perfect, boss. Good anti. Paula, I give you bomb this way, okay?
I agree with that. Only 1 death. Good anti-eco. Yeah, I think that is a good opener there for the Falcons squad. But this is the real test, Hugo.
True.
You know, they just sat the mock exam. This is the real deal now. Closed book.
There's no resets here. Do not want to be down in that lower bracket with some of the upsets we've seen already this tournament. Oh, that's a dirty double stack in mid. Brolin also fighting out on a limb on the ramp side. He hasn't got cover or a trade. Can Torshi do anything? Even escape? But the MAC-10s run him down, and we engulf ourselves in a 3v3 with no A site control for MOUZ.
There's only 1 smoke, though, for the Falcons, and that can prove to be impactful. That other one that they've thrown goes in a little bit sooner, so that's going to fade first.
Oh, my goodness.
Exertion. He just walked right into Sun Pius. They are all, oh my God, they're all going past him. Now they're in the elevator room. But this is something that should be calmed along the line. That could be a possibility. MOUZ should be aware that they can cross into Ellie. So Shuey hasn't moved past CT. Right now the whole round hinges on exertion. And Shuey wins his fight over towards the CT spawn. It's just Madden. 2 kills to the good. And damage done on his Shuey. Jimmy's a little ways away. But the backstab from the captain of MOUZ, and he sticks to the landing. Very well handled from Shuey over in spawn.
Really good work, because, you know, sure, Falcons are, it's been calmed by Xertion. The Falcons can take all the space they want, but Shuey is really safe there on top of the heaven position, just holding for the close push. Really annoying angle to deal with. And Xertion just kind of guarantees a kill from this. Oh, yeah, that's a dirty spot. So Falcons, they feel like, oh, we have all this runway. They don't even know we've walked past them, but they're walking into a trap. Okay, Brolin just going for the dry swing. Self-flashed, but didn't do anything. Good grenade at least for Torshi as he gets back to the bomb site, but realizing that they're up close would be important at this point. Falcons are exploding into A on contact, and they're going to get a nice triple entry to do so. Silent but deadly are the Falcons swooping in with a buy round.
Jimmy didn't attempt that 1v3 on Nuke when he was having a field day and they were winning. He hung around for this one, but yeah, that smoke really does seal the deal. However, Magisk looks to complicate matters in the save. He's already up through the B site, thankfully. Jimmy roots on in through middle, so it should be good to hold on to this M4 regardless. Nice round there for the Falcons. They kind of get an initial freebie from Brolin. But then they do well to trade out that double top ramp re-aggro that MOUZ try to bring in response. Getting a lot more mileage out of Sampaius here. Same can be said for Madden. All tied up and money broken for the MOUZ squad. So Falcons well en route to finding themselves up in the lead here. Timeout called in for MOUZ, but that also gives Zonic a chance to throw out some words of encouragement to the Falcons squad. Saw in the round prior to last, Snappy kind of exchanged a frustrated glance towards Zonic. So still things to tidy up on here if you're Falcons, no doubt about it, but this is looking far better.
Yeah, just a much more competitive game across the whole map as well. It's, you know, strong start for Falcons. MOUZ come back. Falcons still show up to their T-side, win a pistol, win the money out, put MOUZ on eco. Far better look from the Falcons after just a dismal opening game. Jimpat with his AK on B, but Falcons are just scaling the A side. Oh, Dink is so nice, but Brolin can't finish the job and has to escape. I feel like that opening move was one of the few ways MOUZ could garner an advantage. Now it's Mac-10s coming swinging, smokes to go down. Only thing Falcons need to be careful of is MOUZ coming through this smoke with the flashbang. It's all they've got to do in this round.
And it's a play Falcons have seen once before already, right? In the anti-eco round in the second, it was the same sort of move pulled out from MOUZ. Jimmy only one on that boosted M4. Would have liked more return on that.
Ooh.
As very, very quickly these smoke spams have panned out for the Falcons, and now it's just Torshi left. Quick kill on a Snappy, sure, but he doesn't have armor to play with. And so in every one of these fights, he's got to be beyond clinical.
They know exactly where he is. Falcons take even more space as well, so these clears are going to be extremely difficult. Madden's low, and Torshi's hit the timing on short. This will be one kill.
They really think he's like just full saving, and that this is fine. Oh my god, now he snuck past Madden.
Yeah, but they go back to check it. They're not falling for that. I was going to say, if he had a kit, that could have been weird, but good check for Magisk. Maybe even appeared on the map from Madden's POV. Either way, it's an anti-eco that Falcons land. 9-8. Is there a world they make this ancient? Only time will tell. But we're going to need a huge round out of a little MOUZ. No kit, no orb.
Util combo to try give them these peeks over towards ramp, but no one finds anything yet. Not the end of the world for Falcons here. They have a little opening move there. Good idea. Neither side gets the kill from it, and so for now, MOUZ still have to keep resources over here towards ramp. And because of how they're playing this kind of bait and switch setup between the sandbags, these rotates are still going to be slower over towards the B site, and right now that's where Falcons are looking to end up.
Oh.
Still Jimmy, keen opener through the smoke. Snappy on the receiving end of that, and they're not ready for exertion here. Not yet anyhow. They might check it as that smoke's down, and with Jimmy overran, exertion will go unchecked. Gets out with a double, but an instant trade back from Magis, because he's now got to clutch up 1v2. He was having a really rough first half. But can he deliver double digits to Falcons in the clutch? Low on ammo, 2 shots as he swings out in a Brolin. And so MOUZ keep that pressure on.
I can't believe Xerxes gets 2 kills. He just pre-sprayed Madden, knowing he was white box after letting him cross, and Madden walks into it just a millisecond before Xerxes gets spammed out by Magisk. That's unbelievable. Without that kill, that's a Falcons favored round. And Magis just too low to get anything done. Yeah, it hurts for Madden. 9 apiece. Money bottoming out for the loser of this round. This is the most important round of the game right now. This should be 11-9. Look like they're just doing a B pop from spawn. Dupree with deep smoke. But MOUZ are taking space back. Jimpat 4 and 13. He got a smoke spam last round. He's looking for the entry again alongside Exertion, who gets caught. There's cover. Exertion doesn't need the help. 2 kills off the A1S, and that has sucked the wind out of Falcon's sails. Someone cut a hole.
Oh, that's one of those moments where for MOUZ, you know, they're just trying to do one of their opening moves, but it plays right into the hands of Falcons. So the individual prowess of Exertion just has to bail them out. Boost up for Madden, who's gone on one hell of a recovery here on the second map. And Exertion whittled down even lower, but it's just a one and done from the point man. Madden now dead, and those rotates coming through. When you spot Shuey there, you know there's even more inside of this B site. But with only 30 seconds left and no info on the other side of the map, the aggressive flank from Torshi, Falcons just have to look forward. They have to battle forwards. Torshi, you'll be able to hear if they go back. And so right now, MOUZ know to be braced for the B play. And this one looks like a non-starter for the Falcons.
Yeah, they might even die after time here. If they try and save and spawn, oh, it's very close. Torshi does get caught. And so Falcons at least allow themselves guns for the follow-up round. A chance, a fighting chance in an otherwise difficult position. MOUZ coming alive right at the end of regulation. 2 rounds in a row. Xerxes putting them in his backpack at the moment, because keep in mind, we still have 3 players under double digits for MOUZ. For the most part, it's been a quiet individual game for this team.
Yeah, the problem, I guess you could say problem with that save is like you're getting 2,400 if you lose this one. Well, that means neither of the saving players would have money to buy in the next round.
They've got to buy.
And even some of your less well-off players wouldn't have, you know, AKs with you till in the round if you buy next. So it kind of forces your hand to have to put some money in here and now.
Just means they have to, you know, you always follow worst case scenario when you're looking at the future. It's like if you're buying here, you're just basically playing for overtime, you know, if nothing goes to plan. And 12-9 down, that's not the end of the world. It's very doable. It just, yeah, this buy isn't going to be too pretty, is it? 2 AKs have to do all the work here for the Falcons. Otherwise, MOUZ looking at match point in their opener of Cologne. Trying to get some revenge, Harry, for Germany, because keep in mind, the one German representation in the organization here, and Falcons, who did they knock out in the play? And they knocked out alternate attacks. They defeated Big. This is sweet revenge for MOUZ. Doing it for their countrymen.
Let's find out if they are the big brooder. Jimmy gonna reposition off as Falcons look to take this B site. Oh, no. Overrun, the first man falls. Snappy's Mac 10 even cooks up another. Shuey will be here to respond. Just one though, as Exertion makes his way over. MOUZ don't want to let this one slip away because they know
Hunting.
Falcons have put money in.
Nice
they know
hunt.
that this could be the turning point, but instead the force by landing is stuck, and that AK on Sampaius goes huge.
Yeah, nice work for Falcons. Just never overdo it, never start pulling nades. That wasn't an execute by any means. That was a brawl on the B site, and MOUZ played very passive for once. So Falcons just take all the space, completely contact, 5-on-5, and they're swinging default. And they just keep going.
There's been a lot of moments here where I think you definitely could have doubted some of the interplay, some of the reads as well over the game, but that was a great one from Snappy and from the rest of the Falcons squad. With how Jimmy's found himself over here towards B, the hardest rounds you had to go up against is when Exertion's starting there and they're in that aggressive stance. But if you're Snappy, you're kind of calling their bluff. They can't do that forever. Exertion is having a great game. You don't want to have him just locked in defending the B site. And so they anticipate the change, and Jimmy doesn't want to hang around and try to go for those aggro fights.
Falcons just got so much info. They just saw MOUZ pop B with a flash, so they know that MOUZ have cleared this position. And look at what MOUZ have done. They've rotated out of the B site. Meanwhile, 4 strong in middle, going for this B split. Magist playing late, and they've got everyone on the wrong side of the map. It's easy pickings for Falcons, out-positioned in this round. And Brolin should just be looking to save, because there is no way coming back into this 2v4 this time. That's, yeah, Falcons just get given a free B bomb site and they'll take it. Happy.
And over the last few rounds, you know, they now get to kind of reap the benefits of the high-risk, high-reward game plan of force buying in that last, right? They have well and truly broken the money of MOUZ.
Yeah.
And so suddenly, you know, we were talking about overtimes and playing for OT. That is now the situation that MOUZ almost find themselves in. Falcons should be teed up to reach map point here. It's the best scenario they ever could have asked for.
Done very well against a shockingly weak Jimpat. He looked lights out on Nuke. I don't know what happened, what changed, but he just never got activated T-side, and CT has just been very uncomfortable, more so setting up Exertion, going for those aggressive B moves, and never really getting any kills in it. He's 4-16, and Falcons have absolutely set their sights on this B contact, this B execute, however you frame it. It's a lovely shot. Far from eyeing up a trophy, but might just be within range of taking MOUZ's map pick out of this series. Ouch.
Oh, but he hangs around. That's nearly the lineup for Brolin. This hero M4 opens up. The Falcons want to try and deal with it. They nade Jimmy out of the round.
Good molly.
Shui falls in the meantime. Brolin forced to repause with that backside molly going in.
They just have so many well-placed nades in this T side. They've been burning out and nading out all these positions. Now they go for a boost. And even though Xertion's position is traditionally good for this, he doesn't actually have the gun. Will they see him? No. Okay, that could be something.
Oh, there's Exertion saving Brolin's life. And now Brolin gets to swing on the back of him.
Still.
Madam reclaims. Torshi picks up that gun. Has a little bit of time to get the reload off, and Sampaius actually up and leaves, walks away.
Okay. This is the game right now on a 1v1 with no kit for Torshi. Sampaius calling his bluff and just walking the entire way to A. And Torshi will just be so out of position. If Sampaius has the ghoul to stick this bomb, he's walking past some very open sight lines on that A site, but eventually he'll just have to commit to it. Trust in his read. And Torshi, surely by now, the penny dropping.
Yeah,
but where will Sampaius be in the post plant?
That's the problem, right? When you go for the out position like this, it introduces randomness into the round. But because of the lack of rotate from Torshi, the randomness element goes the way of Sampaius here. It's Torshi who's going to be guessing every step of the way. He was to clear every angle. And at some point, with him being the one under the pressure of the clock, he's the guy who's got to make noise. He's the guy who's got to break that flow of information first. Sampaius doesn't have to move a muscle. And so now it's a matter of can Torshi read and react fast enough He spotted him in at the sandbags. That was the only opportunity to win this round right there. That 1 millisecond jiggle from Pius. And so a close round short, a golden opportunity for MOUZ to have broken back in, but Pius able to outdo him in the clutch, calls his bluff, and rotates away, and that wins it for Falcons.
I mean, it was a horrific opening map for Pius, so what a recovery, not just on this map, finding important 3K on the, 4 spy round with 1 or 2 AKs, now pulling up a 1v2 clutch at the end, a 1v1 clutch at the end of the regulation. Snappy loving it, and Falcons 2 chances to take us to Ancient. Would not have had this one coming down the line after watching the blowout of Nuke. So credit where credit is due here. They've just got to finish what they started, and MOUZ have had some very weak buys on this CT side, so this is a nice one for a change.
Trust me. Keep calling, keep having good ideas, we're gonna win it.
Yeah, let's finish these rounds off, guys.
I like that. Finish these rounds off because they're getting into these clutch rounds, these close 2v2s, but Falcons keep closing them. Here we go. Through the molly, Pius missed shot.
Oh, they've got him trapped in. Shui actually charges him down. He was not expecting that. You anticipate some level of respect there after they learn about the AWP on short. And so here's the good opener they were just talking about. But as was said, let's close these rounds down. Getting to all right positions hasn't necessarily been the hardest part for MOUZ. 5-on-3 is about as good as it gets, and they even re-aggro, trying to take more space with the waterfall smoke in.
Doing this all together as well, so this is just a nice... Oh, careful, the smoke's fading. Now Brolin's left alone, he's still going to get all the info he needs. Another 1-for-1. Not a worry here. That's a good position for Torshi, but Falcons have so many grenades, going to start burning out spots. Headshot angle, Torshi misses. Shui, another 1v1 given away. He'll take it though, and MOUZ re-aggression on the backstab will do it to 11. A 1-round game here to force overtime or to take us to Ancient. And an extremely top-heavy scoreboard for MOUZ, relying so much on exertion, so much on Brolin.
Still, I mean, with that previous win coming down to a 1v1, there are limitations here for Falcons as well. They're going to have to break through with less. Now, we saw them even get to this position with a 4 spy that really only featured 2 hero AKs and a bunch of upgraded pistols. That was what put them on this winning track, but now they've got to do it again. And so once more, B might be the call. Magisk and Snappy going to regroup over here, and slowly but surely that attention being paid over towards ramp starts to dissipate. They leave Pius there alone.
What a dangerous position for exertion to start the round in on a buy. At this point in the game, it's done him very well in the past, but this is a high-risk play for your top performer.
I also worry, not only are you the top fragger, you've played here like 3 times now, right? And they've been burned by it every single time. You'd like to think that eventually Falcons just go for the dedicated check.
Yeah, and they've been using a lot of really nice place util on this B-bomb site in some of these previous rounds, so we'll see if Falcons grenades once again save the day. Exertion gets out. I'd say for the betterment of MOUZ, and Molly is ready.
MOUZ is starting to warm up to this idea of it being the B play. They just took a peek down ramp, and so now you start to see Shui's kind of pulling back from the A site, likely going to take up middle. Torshi now moves over to help out at this B bomb site.
Oh,
push coming on in up through the ramp. Still smokes available for Falcons to try and remove these angles. That last Molotov comes out now, and it forces the reposition. There's the backstab in over middle out of Dupree, and the Falcons looking to steal Vertigo away. The full distance needed, and unless Shui can clutch up, this is Falcons longing us out to a third. The promised lands of Ancient lying in wait, and Shui over the connector. Another kill goes his way. Magisk and Snappy, they've got to be able to combine and put a stop to this. They don't want the 1v4 ace clutch from the captain of MOUZ. That would really turn the tide. playing for overtime, playing for everything right now is Shui. And it looked like he had the read. He saw Magis there, goes and fights Ram, but it's a strong trade from Magis, cutting down the captain. 1 kill short of the ace clutch to take us to a third.
Lucky, I want to say, in some of those rounds on Vertigo B side, a lot of smoke spams, playing quad and eating Molotovs, all CT side. Well, it's time to brush yourself off and pick yourself back up here for this third and final map.
Oh, nice start over here in middle. The triple mid, quad mid push. Dupree flew under the radar there for a second, but he was very much involved. So as MOUZ try to re-clear this, they kind of play right into the hands of Falcons, and they knew what they were going into there. MOUZ, I feel like still trying to be cheeky, but I think you have to acknowledge that this is a very different Falcons to the ones who opened up the series. The pretend Falcons in their place.
Yeah. Yeah.
You had like a doppelganger to Sunpius in the server. Wasn't the real guy. He only showed up for the second map.
Bit of a taxidermy bird on Nuke. But another flawless pistol. Falcons have come alive in these pistol rounds.
Very, very good. And Magisk was a huge part of it. And he was, to an extent, one of the quieter players on the map that they won back on Vertigo. Him and Dupree's bomb site never got much love in that first half. And it was more of a story about Madden and Sunpius on these recovery arcs. So great to see Magisk hit the ground running here. You certainly have the experience on Falcons. That's one thing you're not lacking.
True, the ability to reset after getting stomped is something that all of these players should have. And MOUZ are, in a weird way, now the ones under pressure, but they also have the playbook, and they certainly have the players. Sunpius trying to save for that AWP on pistols, but he'll get overrun. They fake the bomb. They're going to go for a different plant instead, and it will be allowed. So money made for MOUZ. That's a win in and of itself.
Oh, I like that.
Snappy didn't even look ready for that, but Lizard flick. So here we go, 2-0 for Falcons, and MOUZ coming in with the first buy.
Yeah, so, you know, we talked history of the map and how MOUZ kind of have a massive leg up there, but just in the context of the series, as you say, I think MOUZ are the ones feeling the pressure. They let Vertigo through. They pick into it as like their map, even though it's one that you can't look at and say that they're invincible on by a long margin. I think, if anything, maybe that's even concerning, that day one of the group run, you've kind of raised the alarms about your Vertigo to other teams. But then on top of that, you know, you went from dominating this series to losing the second map in a really close fashion, and you are undoubtedly the heavy favorites in this matchup. Yeah. And so that brings a certain pressure to it. For Falcons, meanwhile, it's a team that you had expectations for, but you've kind of lost them over time. And so they're trying to go on that little redemption run here in the MOUZ matchup. Quick turnaround there for Shui, but unable to get the second. That's a 3-on-3 for now. For a bonus round attempt here, Falcons are in a really good spot.
Yeah, they're grabbing an AK on Dupree, and he's able to reset as well back to B. So fake smoke on A, but is that going to make Falcons panic? Magisk takes eyes off of middle only for a moment. And it's very quiet. They don't seem to believe it. They've still got Dupree deep in the cave position. That should allow for contact B, but MOUZ are waiting for the mid component first. An area completely clear. With the bomb on B, it just feels like MOUZ are got to go meet it, right? So back up heaven. Dupree, 1 kill would be excellent. And he's going to find it as well. AK looking for his third of the round, finally overwhelmed. It's going to open a path to this B bomb site, but the AWP is not far.
Molly's
Great
good to displace that AWP and facilitate the bomb plant. He can't watch that angle up through the ramp, so Torshi will be afforded a plant here. MOUZ have a tiny bit of time to get set up as well, even trying to wrap around and take Long away.
No kit.
I have a flash to set Exertion up, so I hope he doesn't peek that dry. I hope he never gets the inkling to go for the info, because Sampius is holding it. Instead, he gets the spotted cave, but falls at the hand of Magisk. Torshi should have an inkling as to where these players are. They mollied off that short side earlier for a reason, and they know that Magisk is in cave. Now he hears the footstep of that AWP running long, but can't get past Magisk. And so this round is the tag team, dupreeh and Magisk, with Snappy in there right off the top. Find an early lead for the Falcons.
A lot of energy coming out of the Falcons as well. MOUZ no longer the happy chappies laughing along that they were on Nuke, when nothing could go wrong for this team. And yeah, they're getting stressed. They're playing some difficult rounds, and Falcons are actually playing things by the books. Nice safe position for Sampius, doesn't overdo it. And Magisk just given time to come through, pick up that kit, and flank K for a double. So I was getting crunched.
I like this. The vibes look good. You're not used to seeing this.
No, well, you're not used to Falcons winning, to be honest. And I thought we'd get more of the same after that opener. Let's see if MOUZ can exert some control with this Tech-9 buy. Just going for a quick B. They wait out the util and long smoke flash. Let's see what Xerxen sets him up with short molly, default molly, or short smoke rather. That's going to limit Snappy inside of the cave. A great smoke to give him a bubble to hide inside of, and he's going to pop theirs, catching Yimpat on the entry. dupreeh breaks the smoke. It's a very messy spray. Madden and Snappy coming through together. They actually trade positions as Snappy regains that long control. Flash through. Torshi's full blind, and Snappy's able to pick up a new gun, but has to get the reload back in. It's still okay here for Falcons. 3-on-1, despite the AWP being low. Xerxen's going to have to hit some clinical taps, and from that range, it's not meant to be. Falcons 4-0. These retake B setups doing them favors.
No, boys, I want us to be cynical every single round. Keep fighting for everything, okay?
I think you meant clinical.
Yeah.
But if you want to be cynical, that's okay too.
Hey, you can't knock it, man. Like, this is really good for Falcons.
You peek the left side and it doesn't matter.
And look at it. I mean,
I love that he's making calls.
There's so much more comms, because they're actually feeling like they've remembered who they are. It's what we wanted, man. It's what we wanted. They're talking to each other. They're believing in these rounds.
Cynical every single round. Keep fighting for everything, okay?
Yeah. Can you drop me?
It's night and day. Usually they look like they've just been told they're the victims of credit card fraud or something, right? Like, it's sad.
Really? How much?
Yeah, but now, man,
Can you cancel that?
They're talking to each other. The comms are flowing. They're making good mid-round moves. They've had ideas at the start of every round, and they're always trying something.
MOUZ do look like a shell, though. I felt, where's the explosive entries that they were giving us in map
The bigger you are, the harder you fall, right? And they were kind of riding the wave where they felt like they could do no wrong. They could do a bit of trolling. They could laugh it all off.
Yeah.
But now, all of a sudden, Falcons, in a matchup that MOUZ felt destined to win, are suddenly pushing all your buttons.
MOUZ need to get back on that surfboard. Start riding. They've got a 5-on-4. Brolin just goes for a dry fight up ramp, and that's the kind of individual prowess that I want MOUZ to exert. Knowing they are the better fraggers, the stronger players. Xerxen, they should be fine to flick back. Magisk is checking mid. So 5v3, the default punishes Falcons, and they're going to pull out right now. Go back to that A-bomb site. It is into the Sampius AWP, but he can't afford to miss shots right now. He needs to hit every single one from this brokey position. First goes in, Molotov to buy him a little bit of space, and Sampius follows up, melts two, finally overwhelmed, but he may have done enough to tempt Falcons back in. Not with a push like that. Madden checking the smoke, and dupreeh no kit, they escape.
He wants to give this a look in, though. He knows right now, for that one moment, he had a chance at the 1v1 on the site player, especially with Torshi so far away. But when that doesn't come through, dupreeh should just save here. Sampius tries to offer up some heroics. The MOUZ will be the ones finally adorning the scoreboard. Still, these 4-1 starts were what Falcons are able to pick up on Vertigo. And that did them well enough to close out the map. So competitive out of the gate with MOUZ struggling to get on the board. They finally break through.
Oh.
And they might even remove this M4 right at the end as Torshi hunts that down.
Okay. Better late than never. Brolin with an AWP and MOUZ with a round. At least Falcons can still rebuy.
They're coming donut, a lot of them. I'm closer.
Falcons take middle, but MOUZ burn their util and look to pop it late. Coming from heaven as well. Ooh. Climb up, stalled out, but that smoke is very helpful from Snappy. You can get aggressive with it. Look at the damage done by Falcons to begin this round. And MOUZ want to pop mid, but they just can't. They don't have the manpower to do so. Just exertion smoked back off an elbow. So the plan for MOUZ foiled by the aggressive lane setup of Falcons. And they have just so much of the map. Meanwhile, Jimpact goes hunting for an A entry, but against the AWP of Sampayas, who just found 2 kills from this position. Oh, that's awkward timing. Debris got to tell Magis to watch out because they are coming from elbow right now. This AWP dry looking for the entry as the Danes line them up. And even that Molotov stops Jimpact from reacting, so nothing's gone to plan here for MOUZ.
Meanwhile, the stars are aligning for Falcons, right? Like, Vertigo was kind of a 3-man effort down the board. Snappy, Sampayas, and Madden all looking good. It was the 2 Danes who weren't as loud, but now by the time this third map's rolled around, Magis can do Priya switched online, and the other 3 haven't slowed down since that performance on Vertigo. Everyone has woken up for the Falcons, whereas for MOUZ, you've got some big names going missing here. Some missed opportunities off the rip, and a scoreline that's very quickly building up against them.
They're just saving off of this early damage towards the B lane, so MOUZ don't even really get to play this round. Their whole plan was just to get middle split.
I just think it's very impressive that they've been able to shake off the kind of shell shock of that first map, and now things are really picking up steam for this Falcons squad. It feels like, you know, silence is like the enemy of focus to an extent, right?
Yeah,
I
like that.
When everyone's talking and everyone's calming, not only does it help Snappy have a better picture of how the rounds are playing out, but you're just a lot more engaged in the game, right? Like, you're not sitting there kind of just focusing on your crosshair. You're practicing the active listening. You're communicating everything you hear. You're communicating intent even in the round, right? It all kind of starts to flow a lot better. And that's what it feels like we're seeing for Falcons right now. And for MOUZ, that funnel jaunt that they had on Nuke, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. Very different game at the moment. Feels like we lost MOUZ somewhere along the way. Can they find themselves? Brolin just trying to find that B entry again. He got it the other round. Meanwhile, MOUZ lay up the util to commit to this execute with a default molly. It's all Madden on long. Couldn't pick his position. Needed to make up his mind there. As he sees the molly come in, he tries to change his angle, and they're going to just get that swing on him. Brolin looks for even more. Nade goes high. And with the long plant, there's no spam to connect for Snappy. That one will. That will tempt Falcons back in. 4v4, Xertion left out of the picture on this late lurk.
Everyone else is trapped on this CT side smoke. Snappy, not aware of the heaven wrap, and Exertion milks that for as long as he can, right as the other 3 get out through CT. 2 quick kills come through though, the AWP and Magisk with that trade, but so much time is ticked off the bomb. They can't give this a look in.
That's a nice try. I think Snappy probably calls it off when he dies there. He goes back to check the ramp flank, see if he can just grab a kill, because he's so blocked in cave. And Xertion's mid-luck actually comes up for MOUZ, gives them exactly what they need. Some nice entry work on B. Madden, that's just very awkward. Like, he was stuck second long. He could have moved at any point, but he only decides to move after he sees the util come in. Too late.
I think even this represents a bit of a change, right? During the timeouts in the past, whatever MOUZ called them, Zonic was so keen to be vocal, right? Like to try and change what was happening, to try and be involved. He's not said a word here. He had a big old swig of his drink. Because he thinks the way that everything's going right now is fine. There's no changes he wants to see.
They've had mid for free. They've won that fight. Snappy's been an effective presence in cave. Sampaio's been tested once on A. He held his own.
Nice, boys. Good call, Camille. Good job. Fucking sick.
Nice, guys. Good round. Nice fucking lure, Tori.
Let's see if they go back to this B control. Torshi's doing mid flashes with Xertion, so they're going to try and beat this mid fight to the punch. Good shot for Jimpat, but Sampaio's orb responds. For now, MOUZ own middle. Magis doesn't like what he sees and attempts to get aggressive on that B side. Oh my god, Snappy's just going wild. That's a crazy swing to make, and Madden goes too far. 3v2. It's a couple of times now for Madden.
And right now, this guy's going to where the picks are. It's finding Dory. Exertion out towards Donut, going to try open up a route in through the back lines.
Great position. Almost feels too good to be true. I feel like he's destined to catch Sampaio moving back into CT here. Even goes as far as B. Xertion probably won't go further than this position. It's already powerful enough. Oh my god, he is sending. They're going to be very paranoid at Donut, yeah.
At a certain point, isn't he just back where he started?
Kind of, but he's cleared a lot of the map.
He's cleared a lot of the map.
They're very scared of Donut. Once they've cleared it, they know they kind of have everything. That will even open up their awareness for the A main flank, which is a factor.
Mr. Berman's going around on his wild ride again.
Somebody stop it. I don't know if this is happening, though. Unless Snappy's going to try Ninja Diffuse.
It shouldn't happen.
You're right. I would have liked the attempt, but money, money, money. They've got to play the save. The push through the smoke, I mean, it's off the back of Snappy getting a kill, so they're expecting MOUZ players to be looking cave in heaven. But the ramp pushes have been pretty common for Falcons in this game already, so MOUZ are keeping a keen eye on it. Would have felt better in a more disadvantaged round rather than a 3v2 up.
Exertion at the mid spawn. That's a scary prospect. The Falcons have up and left the mid take, instead leaning stronger over here towards the B hold, looking like you're going to get more of that ramp aggression here. As even Sampaio moves around. He's going to be donning that AWP. Magisk maybe going to get boosted up here. And instead, they're just going to swing off of each other. You kind of want Magisk to get the contact, and when they try to chase him, that's when Snappy reacts. But all that is for one kill over at B, when in reality, MOUZ are trying to take this A site. The AWP will rotate around in time, but a missed shot from Sampaio. They know where that AWP is now. They know to be cognizant of the temple, and so they're not going to give him any more chances. M4 removed over on the B site in the meantime, and that bomb is covered. So slowly but surely, MOUZ are getting back into the swing of things here. Now 3 straight, and a flawless round up against those 2 saved weapons.
The executes out of spawn have been the best rounds for MOUZ, right? Really decisive hits. We've done 1 into B, where Madden was long and Snappy was cave, and then they've just done that A-pop right there, and Sampaio's fully blinded. Just decides to rotate out after 1 shot because Falcons get completely locked out of that site. So MOUZ are starting to find their groove again, find their style. Rather than these slow defaulty rounds where Falcons are regaining information and making good stacks. MOUZ don't want to get picked apart. I would love a kit here. There's money for it, but a little oversight for Falcons might not matter. But it always could.
I mean, it probably will. Most of the rounds they've won have been retakes.
Yeah. Oh, Magis wanted to send mid, so that's why he won't buy it. It's not the end of the world. Brolin takes one with him on B. Madden, he's been getting those trades. He's often been getting put down very low.
Shui's made a couple of footsteps here, so Dupree's heard these. He's going to try and get ahead of the util. Doesn't want to get burnt out playing default. Instead, looks to fight for this main control early.
Nice.
Dupree out on an island right now. Softens up both players. They are very low, our Exertion and Shui. But Exertion's still sending it.
Oh, he didn't. Oh, Shadow.
Hadn't seen the Shadow. He's aware. Late lurking through mid out of Torshi. Right now, Shui is fighting alone as Torshi just pulls up in towards Donut.
Torshi just has to bait and play the bomb, really. They don't have a kit, Harry.
Running into the site, they've got to play with pace, and in doing so, right into that crossfire. Right in to the hold of Shui and Torshi.
Staying on the site is so cheeky as well, right? No knowledge for Falcons. A player runs past default and he just shoots the guy throwing nades in the face. Low HP, you have to make a unexpected play. You have to be in an unorthodox position so that you don't get pre-aimed and just body shot. So nicely done by Shui. And MOUZ have landed back on their feet. 5-5.
Good go! Let's fucking go!
Got mid-flash for some Pius. Expecting MOUZ to take some control here. It might not be wrong. 3 CTs ready to explode on that flash.
Only up against the SMGs, this is MOUZ and their chance to feel like they stop treading water and actually break into an all-out sprint here. And I mean, with Cyclone in the lifeguard fit, that's what they'll need. Exertion.
Ooh.
Flashed off of middle, but he's got support from Jimmy P as they mop up the mid play. It's a nice lock in here for MOUZ. It's just some Pius left to get past. Armor the Deagle out on the long side, swings on out, but can't quite convert that kill to Torshi, and so the round never gets going.
Huge streak for MOUZ. 6 out of 7 in a row. Sorry, 5 out of 6 in a row.
I think Animals is working really well. We get it.
Magisk has been very vocal in making calls on this CT side.
You can tell. I mean, we've heard, right? He really does influence a lot of the conversation here. Always throwing out suggestions, giving his mind on what's working, what isn't.
3 smokes instantly. Mid cave and down B ramp. Even a lurk smoke in B from MOUZ. Torshi on the break. What a pick. Found their answer in middle. It's like Magis on an island, but he's thriving. The 180 back, 2 entries for Magisk. Puts Falcons in pole position in the final round of the half, a 4v3. Again, Jimpat, very quiet game. Back-to-back maps. No time like this one to step up, but Magisk has regressed. After finding 2 from heaven, he's pushing A main. He's going to clear out Torshi. This should be a free kill. And at that point, Falcons will know to stack the B-bomb side. Torshi grabbing a frag right before this backstab comes in, but it's still worthwhile for Falcons. They know where MOUZ have to be.
Only man here to hold the line initially. Flash will wreck him. Jimmy tries to chase this kill down and he locks it in. Full blind. Still gets away with it, trying to battle back in this 2v3.
Oh no.
Sampius.
Oh,
no.
no.
He's walked right into Brolin. Something feels amiss. And Sampius gonna lock that kill in. It just is left on Jimmy. You just mentioned him having a quiet performance here across these last 2 maps, but can he deliver in the clutch? Magis making noise up close. The impact gets rid of him, and now he knows where Sampius is coming from. The clutch comes through for Jimmy, and with it, maybe a much-needed boost of confidence for MOUZ.
That's low. 50.
Nice, Jimmy!
You're back.
That's what we need!
I'm back.
Let's fucking go!
I'm back.
That's it. Jimmy's over here like, calma.
That is
calma,
indeed
calma.
what they need. MOUZ taking a clutch at the end of the half to find a 7-round T-side. A streak of 6 right at the end of things, as it felt like Falcons had shown up to this series in due course, and we're going to steal it away. Not today. MOUZ look to respond quickly as Falcons swap over to the T side of Ancient. Similar to Vertigo, a map they won, is not one with a great track record. Can that change this afternoon?
I do love from those comms, you can tell that the rest of MOUZ are aware that Jimmy's been having a rough go at it. And so they're really trying to hype him up in that clutch. They want to bring him back into the fold. Fast out through A for Falcons, though, in this pistol, and right into Torshi they go. One quick kill picked up. Oh, and now a bit of smoke spam from Exertion. Oh, God, Dupree, please be all right. Flashed into the spawn. He might be more than all right as he's battling back. Dupree taking heads off. One more man to find, and Dupree makes it look easy. That's a thing of beauty. Teed up by the flashbang. Dupree leaves a mark.
Snappy might just get backstabbed here. There's still a world and a way where MOUZ can win this round. The bomb timer in their favor. Dupree trying to buy time from CT, has a bit of util, needs to keep his gun out as they enter the site. A quick tap. Dupree's flash has set Sunpius up to clear that bomb. And Torshi's so low. How could he really cover this defuse? It's already half stuck. Does he believe it? Sunpius gets out. Jimpad ducks below, but it's too late for Torshi to win this round. And Falcons find a pistol off the back of Dupree and Sunpius. That flash into CT was a thing of beauty. And Dupree could not have capitalized better.
I mean, this is now an almost identical start to Vertigo, right? 7-5 first half with Falcons starting strong early. Pistol round picked up to open up the second. These are the exact same conditions that Falcons found themselves in on that previous map, and it was enough for them to take it over the line. So pressure right back on for MOUZ as they come through with a 4-spy here, and Falcons looking good in the opener. Only losing Snappy in the process.
And Falcons just go cold. Wait to see if MOUZ get curious and aggressive. Poke their head around a corner. Give Falcons another entry. Doesn't seem like that will be the case. That smoke blocks Torshi's scout. Plays on the edge. Meanwhile, Falcons are walking towards the B site anyway, so just need to push Torshi off, so MOUZ get the wrong idea as to where this round is going, and Madden's faking this perfectly, clearing out multiple positions on the B-bomb site, can even hunt down Brolin as well. Making it look like a fake, making it look like he's not even here. Oh, but he is chasing down Torshi. Optimistic escape. And now only Jimpat a long way away, and they've even taken the donut. This is Falcons converting on their pistol win.
Nothing personal for Brolin there.
All mates.
Tie game. The difference is now, right? Back on Vertigo, if you remember, in the second round, MOUZ took the full eco. They found that one kill, but that was the extent of it. This time, sure, they get out with 2, but the difference is they put all their money in. They forced into this round. So it's another eco coming for MOUZ, meaning Falcons haven't just stuck their landing on the conversion. They've actually taken the lead. Or at least they're about to. Everyone's saying, why'd he say it? Why'd he say they're going to take the lead?
Come on. They're fine. Bro, maybe some frustration shooting bodies, you know, like MOUZ getting annoyed that they're even in this predicament. This should have been a 2-0, they feel. And most would have agreed, but Falcons, without a doubt, have stepped up to the task today. Done better than you were ready for. Nothing but doubt after Nuke. But even if the firepower is there for MOUZ, the mentality, the experience, the things that we talk about when we look at these legendary players on Falcons has shown up. They have completely reset and they have taken the lead here in this third map. Something to be said for that. Can they complete the task? Can they take the series and knock MOUZ into a lower bracket?
Yes, W, yes.
Man, I mean, you know, what a wild start to Cologne this is going to prove to be, if that ends up being the case. Some of the upsets we've had here.
Yeah. Shocking.
MOUZ, though, they come through with the buy. Jimmy going to win that fight over in mid, but the B side's already fallen.
There was no one here. They just ran through B. It was only Brolin on default. Shui was deep cave, and MOUZ were swinging mid together. Even that kill might not be enough. They've got a kit, they've got the grenades, but Falcons can just re-smoke, re-molly, block as much as they can. Good spam. Puts Madden low. Falcons need to throw everything they've got at MOUZ right now.
Well, here's all the flashes just to try and delay even more so. MOUZ kind of have no choice but to try and play through these smokes, so they drop some of their own.
This is rough.
Trying to create a bit of a blanket to move in behind. Torshi gets tapped out over towards the spawn, and at that point you're saving, you're gone, you're out of there.
Oh.
Right now, if you're MOUZ, you're needing someone to step up, because on Vertigo, you were getting a great game put forward from Exertion and Brolin, and even that wasn't enough to win it. Roll. Right now, both of them have fallen quiet. The only guy offering up kind of standout numbers would be Torshi. But even then, he's going to be subject to bringing that AWP out. And if this beating continues, well, then you're not going to get many of them before this game comes to a close. So you need someone to switch online. Jimmy got that big 1v3 to close out the first half. He had a quiet second map. You want to see a bit more from the guy. Well, now would be a time. You want to see Exertion getting involved. Him and Brolin having some really big moments on Vertigo, but now silent in the third.
I've got to give a lot of credit to Snappy's calling in these two T sides back to back, because I even right there, sending Dupree out mid, and then Snappy just goes for, honestly, a disrespect play, runs up ramp dry, entries Brolin. We saw Brolin on the cam looking pissed, because you've just lost a round from the in-game leader running at you. Falcons get a crucial instant entry, and they just play their util perfectly. Worth noting, even on the exit, 2 players survived from each team. The bomb killed a player each. Madden grabbed the AWP of Torshi and CT. He's given that to some Pius, so they're even better off. Falcons have got the bank. This is quite a predicament for MOUZ. Quite a hole to dig themselves out of. Everything in this map right now is screaming that Falcons are the favorites, that they should be closing on this scoreline. And so, like you're talking about, these individuals needing to show us the moments that made MOUZ money, the moment that made these guys one of the best teams in the world. We need that now or never.
Well, Jimmy certainly worked to find his impact here. If you can get Jimmy switched online, there's still some hope for the MOUZ squad. 3 kills from him over in mid. But he does get caught overextending. It's an elbow spotted from Magisk, and not the guy you want to go toe-to-toe with right now. 17 kills in this final map. Magisk with info on 2 players. Sampaius is still moving around to join him, so right now Magisk cannot die. If he falls,
I'm not even
this gets for. Oh, he turned and looked at Sampaius. I think he thought it was a baddie, and it wasn't.
That is awkward. And they just swing to close it. Oh dear. Yeah, Magisk so tunneled in. The footsteps set him off.
It's the Torshi, you know, you're locked in too hard, you just
kill your teammate.
Something.
This was great from Jimpa. I mean, he's just swinging and swinging and swinging, trading a teammate, going wide in middle for a third. Beautiful sequence.
Yeah, the thing that was kind of so rough about him struggling here is, you know, he's always been the sort of star player without star positions, right? Like, he puts up star numbers, sure. But he's a real rock of this team. A star without being a star. The White Dwarf of MOUZ. Which, yeah, kind of a sick nickname. Let's see, Jimmy. The White Dwarf, does he have what it takes? Falcons teeing up for the side take, drops that molly in.
Oh, dear.
And Jimmy will hold the line.
Should really just cancel when the molly comes down there. Smoke is too late, and sure, they're going to start swinging, but they've lost so much manpower, so much of this util, and they barely gain position because Exertion just sits in the temple. Jimpat wants to put them in their grave through the smoke with a third. And Snappy in the open, they can swing them together, call it 3, 2, 1, and it's done. MOUZ level the playing field. Flat ground, flat score, 9-9. Surprised to see Falcons commit through the molly.
Can't fire. Fire. Fucking C!
All right. Right as we were saying, Falcons are in full control of this game. Everything turns upside down. Madden buys a hero AK in this eco. He's dinked already. Still want to try put it to use, and that he will with an entry kill. Snappy follows up inside of the cave, and Torshi is pushed to the back lines. This is suddenly out of nowhere. Falcons with the B bomb site. Can they make that bomb cross? They throw it along. Xerxon trying to spray. Oh, very close to the kill, but he's scared of a re-aggressing the cave. Instead, it's Xerxon forcing fights. 3v2.
Toshi hasn't moved a muscle. He's waiting for his swing out from long. And so right now, it's just the push out through cave. Jimmy spots that last man. They know where Magisk is, but he's armed with an AK. Topping the charts right now. Torshi had to get that trade, and he does. Skin of his teeth moment, but that's the lead taken for MOUZ.
As far as a lost round, that's kind of best case scenario for Falcons. Come into it with 1 AK and a bunch of pistols. They get 4 kills and a plant. They're still going to be able to buy and compete for this game before it's too far gone. But what it could have been. Tightrope walk at 10-9. 1 foot wrong. And it's all over. Torshi has had an excellent series, and the kicker is the 1v1 headshot with the orb to stop that eco. Beautiful shot.
No.
Roller coaster game right now. Every twist and turn imaginable. Oh!
And those are the sort of, you know, MOUZ BS moments that were lacking in the game so far. Exertion with some smoke spam. Really not a bad way to start this, right as the Falcons put in everything they've got. All the money goes into this round. They're trying to get that mid control. They've gone through all the motions to do it, but spam from the red room immediately left a man down. A 1-for-1 over in cave, but Brolin even looks like he wants to take it one step further. Swinging in, finds himself a Dupree, and even spots both remaining players. He knows one's at ramp, one's in cave. He's going to go for the latter fight. Snappy does not want to tango there, and Sampaius just going to get blocked off over a ramp, but that's a clean old shot onto Exertion. MOUZ can't get ahead of themselves here.
It's pretty out there, but MOUZ have gotten away with a lot of those just dry swings in the CT side, so they're feeling confident to do so. We'll see if that fight for Xerxon, as the smoke blooms, comes back to bite MOUZ. As they infest this B-bomb site, Falcons creep around the edge of the smoke. Boost is nice. If MOUZ are re-aggressing here, this could go very wrong. Not ready for that angle, are you? But one more player in the same position. Brolin in the smoke. And Snappy's gone, leaving Sampaius to finish what he started. 20 seconds. And the crossfire established, trying to bait the orb shot out. It's a good read from Sampaius, but Torshi doesn't bite until the right time. 11-9. No plant. Falcons bottomed out.
As this one rages on, maybe we looked at the wrong of Aesop's Fables. Should have gone for the more classic Tortoise versus the Hare, because it's been slow start for MOUZ in both halves of play now, but they're the ones looking to close it out in the long run as the Falcons broke here up against 11 rounds for MOUZ. They put everything into this. Snappy with a Mac-10 explodes out into middle. Gets away with the opener. Exertion on the receiving end of that. Now Jimmy P, he's gone on a bit of an effort to rediscover himself here across this third map. Slow Vertigo, slow to get going here on Ancient, but he's found his impact across these last few rounds. Gonna get bypassed in Donut for now. Instead, it's Torshi who's got to withstand this pressure through the red room. And Torshi is molded into the diamond they needed there. On for the ace right now. One more to find. And it just sails past Magisk. But now Shui is here, the captain, alongside and ready to trade. Torshi has thrown down the gauntlet, denying that pressure through the red room, offering up 4 kills to lock in match and series point for MOUZ.
Oh my god, Torshi the Titan right now on this series. He has come up with so many clutch moments, literally. And 4 kills to shut down the 3v5 on the eco for Falcons. They will drown in the muddy waters of Ancient.
He celebrates there like he's won the game, because that moment is the defining one. You stop them breaking through on a force, you stop them breaking through with nothing, and you might have just stopped them from ever breaking through at all. The dying lights of this game, the final embers, Exertion, double up from the heavens, and even more. Look at this guy go! From a big round from Torshi in the last, it's Exertion's time to try and ace now. As the individuals from MOUZ who once fell silent roar to life down the stretch in this series. Madden, no hope, no chance. An Exertion going for all 5. What a statement made. MOUZ, they log out this fight versus the Falcons. It's harder, it's bloodier than maybe they expected, but in the end, they secure the win.
Star power showing up in spades here for MOUZ. You've got to give it to Falcons. They put on a hell of a more of a fight.